Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We're Saturday, June 28th, 2025. We're doing a collective general reading. As you know, it's a timeless read. I don't use the signs, I don't use the genders, it's all energy anyway. So the way to know if this is your reading is through the description of the characters as well as the storyline. So take what applies, toss the rest. Don't try to make things fit if it does not. You should already be aware of whatever is being said here, or suspect it. Don't go jumping, to conclusions unless you have proof, okay? Use your higher wisdom and discernment. You can't switch the genders or the roles as you need to, okay? That's not a problem. I'll bring out the tarot cards. I'll give you the description of the cards as well as what I'm picking up intuitively. You know your story best. It could be all the descriptions, all the cards, some one end or none, and then we bring it together at the end. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Thank you for being here. I hope you're having a great weekend. It's a beautiful day here. Nice and sunny, not too hot. Last week it was a scorcher. And then the odd thing is we had a couple of really hot days, 41 degrees Celsius. And then I think it was Thursday. Don't quote me on that. But one of the days it was pretty cool. It was cold. Big difference. I don't know. So that might have something to do with this reading. That's what I'm picking up. Somebody's of two minds. Can't make up their mind. One extreme to the next. Let's see what's going on, shall we? Thank you for being here. I'm truly grateful. I love you guys. Let's see. Spirit, what's the message here? Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors of the highest word light. What's the message for the collective? What would you like to discuss? Wisdom. Somebody's tapping into their higher wisdom. 5. Having a connection with source. This could be a higher power. It could be somebody that gives good advice. It could be somebody that, a therapist, a doctor, or arbitrator, judge, spiritual guru. It could be anybody. Something to do with a home, family, or stability, or maybe a house. There's loyalty involved here. Going by the book. Maybe it could just be a belief system, tradition. It could be institutions as well, or contracts, marriage, commitment. We'll see. That's the overarching energy. Here we go. Discontent and bored. So somebody's bored, discontent with whatever this is. Maybe they're feeling left out, abandoned, rejected. Could be grief, sorrow, or shame. So somebody's turned their backs on the family. Could be missing you, someone, or you're missing someone. 4, it could be a father, a boss, or a leader. It doesn't have to be. It could be a divine masculine, male or female, doesn't matter. Somebody's got to take some action here. I'm really picking up some sort of shame. Somebody did something they shouldn't have done. They're regretting something. Whether it's they're actually, have a conscience, or maybe there's consequences to their actions. I don't know. Could be a decision that needs to be made and they're unsure. Damned if you do, damned if you don't type of thing. Solitude in reverse. Hiding and cloaking something. This is the Hermit reverse. Don't want to be alone. They did something or got into a relationship or a friendship or a partnership because they didn't want to be alone. Or somebody doesn't want to heal. Not using their higher wisdom. Don't have a connection with God. Don't want to go within and reflect. Go by the book. This is not victory. No victory, no success. 6 in reverse is the Lovers. That always reminds me of the Fool card. So somebody was reckless, careless, and foolish. Naive or gullible, or they thought you were. No new beginnings. Afraid to take a chance. Afraid to open up the heart chakra and take back their power, maybe. Something's not working out to the best. It could be a karmic relationship, which is a relationship meant to teach you a lesson. You're not supposed to be there for a long time. You're supposed to learn your lesson and move on. It's all a one-sided thing. It could be a false contract, whether it's in the ethers or 3D, all one-sided, their way or the highway. Not using higher wisdom yet again. There's consequences to poor decisions. No harmony here. Somebody is opening up the heart chakra. Maybe they're thinking, I have to self-love. It could be a matter of love. It doesn't have to be. But keep your heart chakra open. That is where your power lays. Love is a powerful force. Yeah, you're no longer waiting. Or somebody else isn't, okay? Somebody feels like they're being uprooted because that tree could have something to do with family or somebody you have a family with. Feeling like you have no roots. Time is up for something. No more spinning around in circles. 2 in reverse is High Priestess in reverse. There could have been a lot of shit talking, unwise counsel, giving out false misleading advice. Somebody could have had a mistress on the off chance. I don't know. It kind of tore a family apart, obviously. Lack of awareness. Could be magic. I don't know. Remember, gossip is a form of magic as well as spell work, right? And secrets are not coming out. Somebody has to speak some truths. Yeah, material harvest is in reverse. They're hiding and cloaking. Maybe they were stealing. Maybe they did something funky with some money or property or something. We'll see. You could go anywhere right now. Only take what applies, what you already know. If a card comes out and it doesn't make sense, you know, it's not fitting into your storyline, then leave that card out, okay? You don't have to have a whole cohesive storyline to prove that this is part of your story or it's not, if you understand what I'm saying. It is a general reading. There's thousands of people here. It's not personal. I'm picking up energies from multiple people and bringing it into one storyline type of thing. And that's how general readings work. That's why it's imperative you do not take it for bait, you know, like as gospel. You don't make hasty decisions in your life. If you have no proof, leave it alone, because it's just going to bring more strife into your world, okay? And that's the last thing I want. We're all going through whatever we're going through. We don't need that. So wisdom. You gain some wisdom here. 5. Where are we going with this? This could be you. You could be somebody in a position of authority. You're not liking what you have to do. I'm just picking up one picture of a judge having, male or female, having to make a decision here, having to rule one way or the other against a family or for a family. And somebody's going to be upset. Maybe disrupted, uprooted. I don't know. Could be an eviction of some sort. It could be a, banks repossessing. I don't know. Where are we going with this, please? Could be anything right now. Bonfire, safe haven, flame, home, and sing and dance. It has something to do with a home. Your safe haven, or somebody else's. Somebody was giving you that same old song and dance. Maybe they do owe money. Oh, I don't have the money, blah, 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 blah. They want you to carry them. I don't know. You could have been somebody's safe haven, or they were yours, and it turned out they were nothing but. Mirror. Reflection. So somebody is reflecting right now. Somebody could be trying to mirror you. Doing mirror magic, glamour spells. I don't know. Reference, distinguish, and appearance. Something to do with an appearance. So somebody's all about their appearance, how they look, what they own. They place value on material things, on looks, on superficiality. They want to be seen as distinguished, but maybe they're mirroring you because you are distinguished. Oh, maybe they used you as a reference on some sort of financial papers or something. I don't know. Somebody has to make an appearance in court or in front of an institution. Photograph, something to do with a photograph. Maybe it's ID, false ID, fake ID. Photo, memory, souvenir, and card. Firm. So somebody's standing firm. They have to make this decision and cut something out. Wide awake, clean, and decisive. It's going to be a clean cut. Boom. Done. It's sunset. It's the end for somebody here. Lost loved one. Memories, elder, nightfall. So somebody could be in their older years and they maybe gained a home or stability financially, fraudulently, one way or another. It's coming to an end. Or maybe it's an older person that is leaving this realm. My condolences. Somebody's going down memory lane. I'm really picking up, and I was picking up this morning that somebody's really regretting something they've done or said, because there's heavy-duty consequences here, and they can't get out of it. It makes them really look bad. Really look bad. I mean, the worst of the worst. They went overboard. They did too much. It just shows what kind of person they are. And they were putting on an act. It's always wearing a mask, right? Taking on somebody else's persona. Work. So something to do with work, labor, earning money, and livelihood. It has something to do with their livelihood. So the wheat's being separated from the chaff here. Somebody wanted to harvest, or they did harvest from you. I don't know, maybe you work on a farm. I don't know. Take it for it. There's a lot of suspicion going on. Wow, vigilance, hostility, and jealousy. So someone was very jealous. Somebody's very hyper-vigilant. That's what I meant to say. What did I say? Vigilant? Somebody's hyper-vigilant right now because they know that the axe is coming down. You're high honor, or they wanted to be high honor. Dignity, works, lineage, and awards. Immortality, you are the phoenix rising. Yes, this is change. You are rising from the ashes they left you in. Resurrection, sublimation, piety, and infinity. It's a comeback. High honor. And they're trash. They try to trash your name, waste, worthless, and mouse. They want to make you feel like that. Now, I think they're feeling like that themselves. People are going to see them because they wanted to be high honor. You know what I mean? Look at me. And here you are having a comeback, a bounce back. People see them as trash. They wanted to trash you. They wanted to ruin you. Yeah, adjust here, adapt, accommodate, compensate, and balance. So they have to make good on something here. They have to tell the truth. If they took anything from you or stole, or you're going to have to admit to it, take their lumps. It has something to do with a family, a home. I don't know. Maybe it's somebody in a position, because it's in the upright, so it's good. I can't say that somebody in a higher position accommodated, facilitated some sort of fraud. Maybe in the past, yes, but this is somebody else stepping in going, no more. They could have been trying to burn something or delete evidence of some sort. Yeah, you're ascending. Level up, promotion, and progress. So somebody wanted to level up off of you, or they did. You're making progress in your life, and they're seeing this. You're leveling up. Congratulations. Keep going. Don't look back. Don't even stop to look around you. I mean, obviously be leery, be aware of what's going on. But I mean, don't let anybody slow you down on whatever it is that you're doing, healing, improving your life. Don't listen to naysayers. They're not living your life, right? They're not experiencing what you're experiencing. They don't feel what you feel. This is your life. Why would you live your life according to what somebody else thinks? Do you follow your heart, as long as you're hurting no one and you're, it's for you. You know what's best for you. And that's including relationships, right? So we have wisdom, 5, bonfire. So you've got a lot of learned lessons here. You have elevated, you acquired this wisdom honestly. Usually it's pain, it's hardship. It's experiential wisdom. Bonfire of the vanities. I just heard that loud and clear. So there's a lot of superficiality here. Somebody wanting to have what the neighbors have, keeping up with the Joneses. It's all about the job, the cars, their homes, how their lifestyle, who they're with. It's all vanity. It's all getting burnt. It's all getting pulled apart. Wisdom, 5, bonfire. Where are we going with this, please? Ooh. Unfinished business, proposal, forgiveness, reconciliation. So somebody wants forgiveness. It's really bothering them. They might make a proposal, financial or some sort of agreement, if it's over family or children. They're willing to compensate. Okay, I didn't make an error. They have to compensate you. But they're willing to compromise, I think, right now, because they are in trouble. Now, whether they're doing this to get themselves out of trouble, to mitigate their punishments, I don't know. I can't answer for that. You're going to have to make that distinction, whether it's going to suit you or not. Can't tell you what to do, right? Contemplation, yes or no, unsure choices and decisions. They're really mulling this over. They're having a hard time. They're really mentally conflicted with this. Yeah, high value, you're an empress, divine feminine energy, male or female. It does not matter. We have both masculine and feminine within each and every one of us. The trick is to balance that. You are down to earth. You are attracting right now. You're very attractive. Down to earth. Sorry about the background noise. This is unconditional love. You could be a mother or a mature woman, or there could be a pregnancy as well. Just for some of you. Again, it could be a male. You are a creator. Through your pain, you create new life through children, philanthropy. You're always there. You soothe people. That's what I'm picking up. You make everything okay. You're very nurturing, loving, kind, sweet, but powerful in a way. Maybe you don't even realize it, because if you are a divine feminine energy, male or female, you're highly protective. But these types of people, and there's not a lot in the world, there's only a certain amount, and they're placed strategically around the world to raise the vibrations, right? They have to balance their dark and light energies, their masculine and feminine energies, and elevate and clear off all the karma and generational curses and elevate, so they can get to this point to do their work. And usually they're light. They have a lot of light. It defends people's demons, and people come after them for no reason, because they mirror. They hold up a mirror against other people, and they see in you what they don't have, or what they believe they're missing, and they take offense. It's sad, really. Somebody could be feeling infatuated with you or claimed you were with them. Denial, obsession, attraction, deuces. Fed up, cutting ties, walking away. So somebody was lying about you. Obviously, we all know, if you've been here in tarot world for a while, you know the score. There's always somebody out there trying to do a divine being in. It's just sickening. It doesn't have to be a divine being. It could be an immature woman. It could be a mother. It could be a pregnancy. So, I don't know. Take it for whatever this is, okay? It's an empress, though, or somebody wants empress status without having to do the work. Wisdom 5, bonfire, unfinished business. This brick in the background is reminding me, here in Canada anyways, of our courthouses. A lot of them, we have more modern ones, or government buildings. It's all that kind of brick, right? That's why I'm looking at this right now. And I'm just picking up somebody outside of a courthouse going, oh, what am I going to say? What am I going to do? Praying. Maybe this person never really prays, or never did pray, never believed, but now they're turning to God. Help me get out of this. Help me get out of this. That's what I'm picking up. Okay, so intrigued. Someone is intrigued by you and wants to know you better. Bridging differences. You can have cultural differences with somebody. Somebody in the equation knows the truth, and they're going to side with you. They're going to protect you. They're going to make a decision or something, or this could be you, and they see you now. Somebody is intrigued with you. It could be cultural. It could be religious beliefs. It could be status. It could be gender. It could be anything. So bridging differences, cultural differences bring both challenges and growth. Could even be politics. There's a lot of that nowadays. People judging people based on who they vote. Come on. That's silly. You know, in my estimation, this is how I look at it. It's all theater anyways. They're all puppets on a string. But there are good people wanting to make a difference. The problem is whatever party you vote for, some have their platforms, they have good things on their platforms, they have bad. The other ones have good things, they have bad. So what do you do, right? It's all the same at the end of the day. I wish that people would stop with this politics stuff and start focusing on what's important. Healing, fixing, being one, stop separating one another, causing division in whatever way that is. We need to stick together because, hey, it's easy to conquer when we're divided, right? When we're fighting amongst each other. We should be fighting against the real enemies. That's just my take on it. It's my opinion. It's not here for debate. Keeping secrets, guard secrets, or be asked to keep one. So maybe you're no longer telling people what you're doing in your life. They just try to throw a monkey wrench in it, or there's definite secrets here. Testing limits. Oh yeah, they push the envelope with you. The time is up here. They're running out of time. Someone is testing the limits of what? Examining how you react under pressure. So somebody was playing games with your mind, your feelings, your emotions, your life possibly. Or this is somebody else in the equation. Joint evolution. You and others are growing together, supporting each other. So you're coming into some sort of soul tribe with a common goal, common belief system. And what this is done, they thought they were coming together for a common good cause, and it turned out it was all lies. Quiet contentment. You're happy. Simple companionship brings you peace and satisfaction. And it doesn't have to be love. Sure, it can be. It could be friends. It could be business. It could be family. It's the type of person that you could sit next to and not have to say a word, and you're comfortable. You get one another. You don't have to do much, but you have fun. It's exciting just the same. I know to some people they don't understand that. Unless you actually have a connection, you don't understand it. It's just comforting. Yeah. So somebody double-crossed, or got double-crossed. This indicates to me there was a betrayal. They betrayed you, yes. Whoever betrayed you, though, was double-crossed by the same people they worked with. You may face betrayal or being double-crossed. It's a friendship test, so it's a friend of some sort. Or some of their friends, okay? They thought they were friends working together, coming up after you. Your friendship is being tested for loyalty. It's complicated, more complex than it seems. I told you, they're still trying to keep up appearances, even though they know they can't any longer. They're hitting a brick wall, keeping up appearances and acting like everything is fine. It's a shocking discovery. People are going to be shocked when the truth comes out. It's on its way, though, okay? This is going to check their ego at the door. Ego check. Interactions are forcing you to confront your own ego. This is going to be an ego death for somebody, pushing boundaries. You're protected, or I don't know, maybe they're putting salt around themselves. Maybe they conjured something, I don't know. Someone may be testing your limits. So this is on and on and on it's going. They want to come into your energy. So you stepping, somebody crossed the boundaries, came into your energy. Could even be physical. Maybe they breached some sort of, came into your home when you weren't home, or your office. I don't know. But they took liberties here. And it's high time they step aside. Yes, I tell you. So we have Wisdom 5, Bonfire, Unfinished Business, Intrigue. They could have thought you were like innocent, like a little kitty here. You could have a childlike wonder about you, living your life as a child in your heart. It doesn't matter how old you are. That's what the divine wants us to do. Have that wonder and that creativity and that imagination, because that's how you manifest. To laugh, to sing, to dance, to just find joy in the simplest things. That's how you manifest. Oh, look at this. This card was in here. Wasn't supposed to be here. Oh, resisting change. This is a permanent, profound ending. Dams. Wasn't expecting that. Spirit, you slid that into this. I haven't used this deck in a while. You slid that into the deck. Where are we going with this, Space Spirit? So I'm picking up also somebody is so busy trying to keep up appearances, they forgot to live their life. They're looking back going, damn, where's the time gone? Because it goes quickly, right? Use it wisely. Spend it wisely. You don't get that back. That's one thing you can't get back is time. They could have thought that your kindness was weakness. You were very naive and gullible. They could play with you, right? Boy, did they find out differently. Maybe you're going to get a new fur baby. So we have the Eight of Pentacles. Somebody lost their job. They're trying to get you to lose your job. Something didn't work. There's no discipline here. Don't want to put the effort in. It's too much like work. Overarching energy. Moving on. Moving on. This is bringing back balance to a situation. Definitely. Radical acceptance. Be traveling or moving. Could be authorities coming through. This is overcoming adversities. Picking up and moving on no matter what. Not looking back. Good for you. Bottom of the deck. Two of Pentacles. Balance. Balancing things out. Keeping things steady, straight. Making a head over heart decision. Weighing options. Somebody could have been juggling you. You moved on, or somebody else is moving on. They were playing games with you. Why is the Chariot here, please, Spirit? That's too many. Clarify Chariot and the upright for the collective, please. Somebody could have bought a convertible with some sort of somebody else's money. Thank you. Mustang. They're worried. They can't eat or sleep. Damn. They're really anxious. Maybe having nightmares, headaches maybe. They're exhausted. They're having so many intrusive thoughts. Pardon me. Shame, guilt. In this card, it's the Nine of Swords. But in the background, that is the Five of Swords. So they did something very dishonorable based out of ego, jealousy, pettiness, and cruelty. Had other people with them coming up against you or did something against you. Now these people are walking away taking on losses because at the end of the day, it's a defeat. And they know this. They know this. Their back is against the wall. They're really struggling mentally or emotionally over this. Yeah, corruption, abuse of power, abuse of authority. Could be a bad father, boss, or leader. Could be a female in this energy. Somebody was in their ego and in their pride, wanted power and control. They were very domineering, a tyrant, a bully, bending to public pressure. They abused their power and their authority, okay? So somebody got somebody to pull some strings for them. They were very distorted. It's all about their image, keeping up with the Joneses, having what everybody else has. But they're not happy. By doing that, they gave their power away. Yeah, reckless, careless, foolish, taking unnecessary risks. No new beginnings, guilty as sin. They thought you were naive, or they were. Somebody played them, suckered them into to play this role for them. Yeah, they're heartbroken. Three swords in the upright. Could be a third party. They're heartbroken. They're scared. They're sick. This is a scandal. They don't want to heal. They can't rest. It could be really mentally, it could be a mental distress. It could be heart and stroke, I don't know. Afraid to take a risk. They were afraid to hurt somebody, maybe their feelings, but they weren't afraid of hurting yours. They wound up hurting their own, hurting themselves. Where are we going with this? Three of Swords and the upright. Trying to persuade people to do stuff, that you were sick, that you're crazy. Seven of Pentacles, bad investment. They lost a lot of money here. Never wanted to invest in you. Could be misappropriation of funds. Don't have all the resources they need. Could be paperwork, people, anything to pull this off. These are money bags. They're in reverse. So this money, somebody was hoarding some money. Maybe living off this money. You're not telling anybody, and it was your money. I don't know. End of the road. Can't go any further. They have to relocate. They're losing everything. Poor judgment. Made a bad decision here. Could be, if it's a court or institution, a judgment went against them. Lack of awareness, acceptance, and accountability. Judged harshly. Misjudged. Somebody misread a person. I don't know. No second chances. This is karma coming. Corruption. Crooked judge or leader. Abuse of power, abuse of authority. Could be a warlock. It could be divorce or separation as well. I'm really picking up corruption though. Could be an institution that's going down, or could potentially go down. They might get sued because of it. Because just say it's a court. Just say it's an insurance company. Just say it's a realty. It could be anything. A lawyer's office. Whatever was done against you was done through this institution. They should have had checks and boundaries. They should have noticed, or somebody in the equation was pulling some strings, and they are working for this institution. They represent this institution. So there's a lawsuit happening here. Yeah, somebody's on the run. Somebody could be transitioning. There's change. Change is afoot. Oh, I got another wild one here. Eight of Swords, letting go. Can't restrict you. Freedom. Not Eight of Swords. They don't want to go to jail. Is there any more in here? That's weird. So we have judgment in reverse. It could be in a court setting. A judgment went against somebody. Somebody committed a crime. Misappropriation of funds, or stealing money, or spending other people's money. It could be fraud. Somebody doesn't believe in tradition, gave out bad information, bad advice, didn't listen to advice. Somebody's partying all the time, drinking. Could be some sort of therapy. I don't know. This is not wish fulfillment. Somebody was smug, full of themselves, selfish, a know-it-all, and a show-off. Putting on an act. A fall from grace. They certainly didn't want you having your wish fulfillment, or didn't view you as wish fulfillment. No personal achievement or success. All illusions, manipulation, deception, corruption, two-faced, out of control. Don't have all the resources they need. They can't alchemize this. They can't change this. Could be magic as well. Unfocused, scattered, out of control, no power, loss of power. Yeah, Two of Wands. So somebody's feeling stuck. No contingency plans. Something could have happened. Someone or something could have happened really fast. Arrived quickly or left quickly. Somebody's waiting. They wanted you waiting. Stuck and waiting. Unable to make a decision right now. Maybe they were playing mind games with you or someone else. Maybe there was spell work, some form of spell work going on, meaning like gossip and or actual spell work to try to confuse people, keep them in their place, keep them from moving forward, keep them from making a wise decision. Yeah, this is something physical here, possibly. This could be illness or injury. Somebody wanted to hurt you, wanted you to get sick. Ending a cycle to begin a new one. Somebody did too much. It could be a young child that got sick or left this realm. My condolences. This is somebody that needs to go into recovery and heal, okay? If they're still here. Somebody needs to go into recovery. They did too much. They knew what they were doing was wrong. They did it anyways. They said, fuck it. It's a double cross. Ten of Swords in the upright is a betrayal. And the reverse could be to the extreme. It's a double cross. They didn't see it coming. Yep. Parting away is grieving and regretting. Crying over spilt milk. Someone in the equation had put a lot of precedence on the third parties. Third parties, so fast people, fast lives. They thought that was more important than you. A solid connection back here. And they placed you last at all times. Now they're feeling ashamed of themselves. Really disappointing. What did I do? What did I do? It could be addiction, obsessions. They went to extremes in inappropriate behavior. They're unstable and maybe sick at the moment. Or they said you were crazy and you had addictions. Whatever this was, somebody was impatient. This is disaster. There's no conflict resolution. There's no reconciling. Again, they could have addictions. They need to go into therapy, some sort of recovery. It's just disaster. No peace or harmony or contentment. In a marriage, in a home, a business, amongst friends, there's a celebration of some sort of milestone. No reconciling with family. Could be a family. No reconciling with the twin flame. Fallen angel. Somebody took a long, hard fall here, or will. There's no balance. Something was unfair, was uncalled for, was, you know. You can't keep something stable. You know, this was you. They tried to destabilize you. They collaborated with other people. Three of Pentacles. They were plotting and planning. As you can see, there's a weapon here. Drawing up plans. Consulting with others. It could be a third-party situation or a contract that they drew up for a home or a business. It could be a marriage as well. Fake, phony, whatever. It's fraudulent. They're trying to avoid a tower moment. So they're looking for somebody to help them. This could be ruin as well. Somebody could have had some sort of internal disruption. Somebody's in their emotions. This is self-love, new love, true love. They're in their emotions. Something with energy harvesting. This is a blessing from the divine, though. You have a lot of peace, or you bring peace. Your love brings peace. This is new beginnings, happiness, extreme. This is financial. Stop it, Spirit. This is emotional fulfillment and happiness. You remained emotionally balanced, stable, mature, loving, kind, nurturing, and sweet. You used your intuition to get through whatever this is. You have the biggest cup of love in the deck. Okay, male or female, place the genders where it belongs. This is unconditional love. You're very generous of spirit. Okay, you're there to nurture. Could be a mother figure, could be a male, just so you know. But somebody's feeling some kind of way. You love yourself. You found who you are. You know who you are, possibly. You're being blessed. You've been blessed with a lot of love. Whether it's from the divine or elsewhere. I mean, obviously, if you're a divine being, you haven't gotten a lot of love and kindness in your life. A lot of adversity. But now it's your time to be loved, to be appreciated. You found that maybe you gave so much and sacrificed so much in the past. You placed yourself last for these people. Now you found the self-love. Now you put the lid on the cup and said, no more. I'll love you from a distance. No harm, no hard feelings, but I got to do me. You had a lot of time to think. And that's where they went wrong. They maybe tried to cause a lot of stress and havoc in your world, but you found a way to just relax, think, plan, put things into perspective. Somebody's in their emotions. Yeah, they were competing. Okay, they were competing. There's conflict, competition, jealousy, strife, rivalry, and drama. There's a bunch of people going. You're sitting at home alone, healing, loving who you are, being blessed. This is being blessed. These people are all up in arms because maybe you are balanced, because maybe you're at peace and you still love yourself, yet didn't react the way they wanted you to. Yeah, lots of lies. No truth or clarity, no communication. Somebody's a gold digger and a cloud chaser. Greedy, materialistic, jealous, and unstable. Or they lied and said you were unstable. This was you. Not to be trusted, unfaithful. Very manipulative, ungrounded, lazy. Wow. You know your value and your worth. People see your value and your worth. This is somebody who's very envious. It's a gold digger. They want the name brands. They want to lord it over. You know, they want to show it off with everybody. They don't want to work for it. They'll take it. They go where the money is, the cloud is, where the best opportunities are. Or that's what they said about you. It's been nothing but lies. Somebody's really not stable, abundant, nothing. You have to get into relationships, partnerships. They say that you're a gold digger or something, or they did say that. You always make sure that oh, what do you have? What's in your pocket? See what's in mine? Okay, you're good enough for me now. Something to do with a soulmate connection at a distance. Could be traveling. A soulmate wants to come meet you in calm waters. You're moving ahead here in life, going to a happier place. Spirit plucked you out of rough waters and brought you into calm waters to heal. You could be in a position of transitioning from one cycle to another at the moment. Not exactly sure of where you're going, but you know where you're going is a lot better than where you've been. You're using your intuition with that moon right there. That you know it's the truth, whatever this is. Or somebody's coming towards you, a soulmate's coming towards you with the truth. Oh, no, too many. Where are we going with this, please, Spirit? How are we going to end this reading for the collective at this hour? Yeah, the world is upside down. They kept repeating something over and over again. Didn't want to learn a lesson. Didn't want to stop. Unfinished business. No closure. The world is upside down. This is a universal clapback that they weren't bargaining on. Yeah, people are seeing See, all that glitters isn't gold. They're seeing through the illusions. It was all illusion. There's no more confusion here. Running out of options, don't have a choice. They don't have anyone to cajole, bribe, tempt, convince. You know what I mean? Their world is coming to an end. They have no viable options here. That's what they wanted for you. They took off with some sort of money and they didn't want you having any options. This could also be they took some sort of money from you and placed it in offshore accounts. It's international. They can't go back and get this money. It's illegal. This is not wish fulfillment. Somebody's in their south node. They have no faith. This is not wish fulfillment. They could be sick or feeling ashamed of themselves. I keep picking up the shame. Losing hope here. Yeah. It could be an arrest, illumination, letting go and letting God, surrendering. They don't want it to be public. You're not struggling here. They can no longer slow you down, cause delays. You overcame whatever this is. They're acting like a murder. Come back here. No time to waste. Letting go, letting God. Illumination. You're no longer suffering or sacrificing for these people or person. Somebody is losing hope that they can maybe keep you stuck. Waiting. I don't know why. Or they're losing hope they can bring you back into your south node. Yeah, some sort of an attack. They spread really false allegations about you. They wanted you to fight and compete with them. They're feeling overwhelmed, defeated. They have no defense or protection. So something didn't work. They lost their job. No discipline. No success. Wanted you to lose your job with these false allegations. They're attacking your work online. They lost their job online. They're under surveillance, or they're being investigated, or somebody's watching you, spying. Delayed communication from afar. Somebody's learning something. Somebody could be a bit of a show off here. Huh. You're telling the truth. Somebody's speaking the truth. That sword's up in the air. The Page of Swords in the upright. Where are we going with this? Wanting a life of luxury off your back. Wanting you to appear unstable. Somebody's unstable and insecure. Greedy, selfish. Codependent and clingy. Having financial difficulties could be a financial crime. Or they just don't want to be alone. Don't want to die alone. Death, this is over. You are the Phoenix rising. Financial crime based off of somebody's demise. This is change. Something's ending. Yeah, they would have got paid handsomely off of this. Somebody was exchanging money here. They got to balance something out. See, the scales on the hand has something to do with the law or just justice here. They were paid, or they were paying and or getting paid, maybe on the dark web, in secret here, to do something against you. They were prioritizing, giving and receiving, prioritizing other people. Something to do with a very generous amount of money here. A good chunk of change. Could be blackmail as well. You know, they're being exposed. This is public humiliation. Six of Wands. Could be on the down low as well. I'm not really picking that up, but maybe for a few. I still don't get why people try to hide that. But I guess if you're in a relationship, whether it's monogamous or not, same sex or not, whatever it is, if you're cheating, it's wrong, right? Stop playing with people's emotions and lives and health. So somebody is hiding from the public here, trying to hide the fact that they were paying people sneakily underground, and something to do with the dark web. There's an investigation, all right. Somebody's alone, tapping into the higher wisdom, shining a light on this. You've been alone all this time. Maybe somebody was walking a perilous path here. Watching and waiting. Ignoring. Somebody doesn't know they're being investigated, or they're in denial. There's mental conflict, indecisive here. Don't see what's coming. You're at peace. You're ignoring them. You're guarding your heart chakra right now. I just heard I said what I said. I don't know what that means. Somebody's acting like a victim. They're trying to block out the sun, block out the truth. They're in denial, all right. You're happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. They're being exposed. This is illumination. It's the truth. The truth is coming. Clarity's coming. Fast communication, fast action, and or travel. Typically, it's good news, 8 of Wands. Extreme happiness. So you're going to be happy. Maybe you're not expecting this. But clarity's coming. It's going to bring you a great deal of happiness. Relief, I just heard. Something's going to be happening quickly. It's going to be incoming messages or calls. Fast forward motion about an inheritance or a large amount of money, or a family discord. Somebody losing a lot of money, stealing a lot of money, ending long-term relations or stability. This could be also a corporation that's could be calling you about missing monies or something like that. They got to pay you. Somebody was an opportunist. Somebody's got to pay you, okay? This money was meant to come towards you to set you on your path. It's very valuable and tangible. It's to set you on your path to grow from. So they took this money, this down payment, this lump sum, this principal, and tried to make money off of it, off of dividends and interests, and or placed it in real estate or something so they can make money off of it. Maybe even travel. That looks like Mount Fuji in the background. They were willing to do whatever it took to win. They were paying people off. This is out of ego, jealousy, pettiness, and cruelty, and they abused you, okay? They started a crusade against you, and everyone that worked with them, got in on it with them, took the money to do this. They're casualties now. They've taken on some heavy-duty losses. At the end of the day, they got something out of it, right, for a while, and it was ill-gotten. It was it wasn't right. It's a loss. It's a defeat at the end of the day. They have to take ownership here. They have to take accountability. They were testing you. Somebody was testing you. You're committed. You have integrity, loyalty, and honesty. They might be coming in. They're dragging their feet. They were trying to slow something down, delay something. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight out of the 4 knights, right? But out of the 4 knights, it's the only one you want to do business with or deal with, because it's the only one that makes it to the end, because they're careful. They're dependable, reliable, mature, and responsible. They will put the work in, do extra, you know what I'm saying? There could be an offer coming in. Speaking the truth. So somebody's coming in to offer you something. Take responsibility. They say you are responsible. If this is you, male or female, could be somebody else. Could be a professional of any kind. Very astute, discerning, wise, intelligent, and intuitive. Speaking your truth. Somebody lied. There's been no communication. This is bad news maybe. Could be a loss of a child. I'm sorry. Or a younger person. My condolences. But this is bad news. Somebody lied and they threw rocks and hit hands. They felt entitled. It's a drama starter. You set boundaries, you cut them out. You're not dealing with it. You haven't spoken to them since, possibly. They knew, you knew they were throwing rocks and hiding hands, right? There's nothing but drama. You're armored up. You're protected. Okay. Yeah, you're unbothered here. Somebody wants to unburden themselves. You ended a cycle. You possibly told them, listen, I'm not taking on your burdens anymore. I've done so much for you throughout my life, and I lost. It was always turned out to be bad news for me. So you're leaving it. You're dropping it. It could be law and order, like I said. Professionals coming in. Picking up lawyers or something, or some sort of authority figure. They're looking at the truth. They're looking over some wording, some paperwork, listening to someone speak, and it's forensic, I heard. Forensic investigation. Could be for money, could be law, could be anything. And they're looking at this going, you're a fucking liar. They're discovering somebody lied. It could be the double crossers, right? The ones that worked with them got double crossed. Somebody with authority is going to be speaking the truth. Two people with authority. And bringing an end to this. Yeah, this was a crime. This was abuse. Reckless. They endangered the lives of others. Or they knew about it for a while and they didn't take any action. Yeah, seeing through the illusion. So they want to distance themselves, detach. They see you're not karmic. You're not toxic. You have no codependency issues. No addictions, no obsessions. They can't bind you. And it could be a contract that's non-binding. Yeah, somebody gathered some information. You started something new. This could be divination as well. You took a practical approach. This is a payment maybe. Good financial news. Starting slow, learning. You could be doing divination right here. It could be tarot. Somebody paid to keep somebody quiet. Somebody's paying for tarot. Or you get paid for tarot. You started something new. You took a practical approach. It starts off slow. It's not overnight, right? There's been a lot of secrets here. Somebody got paid to keep something secret. You tapped into your higher wisdom. You're very intuitive. Male or female. Could be a high priest or priestess, like I said. You have a direct connection with source. You are balanced between your dark and light, masculine and feminine energies. You don't say much, but you observe and you know. It's a deep knowing. You're very obedient, by the way. Somebody could have been paying somebody to keep quiet. Paying somebody for wise counsel. Yeah, this is destiny. This is fated. Change. Divine timing. Somebody was a gold digger and a cloud chaser, right? But your wheel is now starting to spin. It's starting to turn. If you were stagnating, it's because you waited. You had to wait for this to catch up. To play out. To earn that wisdom. That much needed wisdom you needed to carry on, right? Wheel of Fortune. Could be a large amount of money coming your way soon. King of Pentacles. Could be you. Could be somebody else. Male or female. Very established. Good with money. Could be a money manager. Could be a husband. Successful. Hardworking. Abundant. Very generous. Loyal. Dedicated. Good with business. Type of person that has it all on the outside, right? Your business is doing well. Your house is doing well. Your family's doing well. Yeah, this is financial ruin, spiritual jail for this person. So they made bank off of you, or you're one of people they made bank off of. Yeah, that's how they made their money. Could be money managers as well, discovering this fraud of some sort. This could be you. You got yourself out of poverty. You found your confidence here. Let's see which way it goes. Where are we going with this? Somebody may want to come back in from out of the cold. They might be trying to find their confidence to do so. Yeah, walking away. They got to walk away. Somebody you walked away from, or they're going to have to walk away from this. Invested 8 out of 10 cups to find out there's no emotional fulfillment or happiness here. no longer into it. Or other people they were working with are no longer into it. You walked away to find, this is 8 of Cups, right? To find your 9th and 10th cup, emotional fulfillment and happiness. You listen to your intuition. The moon is always there. They're facing the unknown. Walking away from a doppelganger, wanting power and control or power of attorney over you. Someone's very toxic and karmic, jealous, greedy, selfish, possessive, and controlling. You walked away. You gave too much. This could be you too. You sacrificed too much, male or female. You gave too much to these people. They devalued you, disempowered you, took your voice and rights away. This was a scam artist, a doppelganger. Something like that. False face, really scandalous, I heard. Somebody could have been having casual hookups. They sent a love bomber to come and chase you until they got you in a position where they wanted you. They didn't want you having friends, lovers, support. They never supported you, this karmic person. They just wanted to be you. It's a fake, a phony. They can't let go. They can't hold back anymore. They're unstable and insecure. No protection. Lots of lies and illusions. Trickery. Much is hidden here. Confusion. Fear. Be doing moon magic. Overcoming, persevering, putting up boundaries. Somebody's very paranoid right here. They're very defensive. Somebody's looking for them. Maybe the cops are looking for them. I don't know. It's family. They scapegoated you. Maybe they sick people against you. It's a family or a group falling apart. They scapegoated you, or somebody else is getting scapegoated in the equation now. Double-crossed, right? It's the end. No happiness, no bliss over here. It's funny, it's in this deck, I've said it a few times. When you have it in the upright, they're all happy. They're having fun, bowling, blah, blah, blah. All one happy family, you know. But when you turn it this way, it looks like they're scared or just maniacal. I don't know. So people are starting to see the other side of this person or people, the truth. Could be dealing with a home wrecker if it's to deal with, cheating. I'm not picking that up. Yeah, they're not happy here. You have a new beginning. Somebody's taking action. Somebody's unstable. They wanted you unstable. This was unfair. They can't play games anymore. Somebody in your family or in this group wanted a new beginning and they took this money. Or this was supposed to be your new beginning. This was totally unfair. They can't play games. They can't balance this out. Yeah, this was an injustice. So somebody's taking action. It's an injustice. They could have been using magic. Somebody's angry, abusive, a bully, jealous, hateful, spiteful. Could be doing magic and or very promiscuous, so that's what they claimed about you. Very argumentative, hot-headed, just a pain in the ass. It's always a drama with this person, not independent at all, using, their looks or their prowess to get what they want. Not very creative. They destroy. They're very destructive. Yeah, they were plotting and planning here. Could be somebody at a distance as well, doing magic. Or you foresaw this. You're prepared. You're preparing to move on. Your ships are coming in. Yeah, somebody's preparing to tell you the truth. They're coming clean. They want to let this go. They don't want to worry anymore. They can't restrict you any longer. They don't want to feel restricted. They want to be free of this. Somebody could be in a jail right now. The only way out is to tell the truth and tell on the others. I don't know. But they're not renting space in your head at all. Removing obstacles. Somebody's unstable. They can't play games anymore. This is totally unfair. Something's not adding up. It's not a profit for them. They can't make this work. Yeah, this is a leader. Male or female. They have to take the initiative. Okay? They really do. This is somebody that has morals, ethics, and honor. They take the noble approach. They protect and defend the underdog. And they have authority. They're standing here. They're charismatic. They're confident and bold and sure. They take it. A leader of a cult, covenant, secret society, or friend group. Celebrating something. Third party stepped in. Or this could be just wanting to reconcile with you. People are talking, drinking. I mean, it is the weekend. Maybe they're having drinks out in the patio, wanting to apologize. There's children. You're innocent. Somebody has a crush on you. Using your intuition. This is something to do with children. family, the past, having nostalgic memories, finally giving you your flowers. They want to reconcile. You gave these people good memories. They gave you shit memories. That's all I can say. You healed your inner childhood wounds. That's why you're moving forward. Somebody's having some good memories. Yeah. Somebody in your past here, past life soulmate even, holding you back, trying to impersonate you. This could be forgery. Definitely fraud. Feeling like they're important. They want to be important, but they're not a nice person. Third party got involved. A contract, a decision's been made, holding back a contract, holding back a decision. Somebody's trying to be you. A poser, right? Maybe stealing your work, your ideas, your achievements. But you've elevated. Yeah, this is somebody that's malicious, ruthless, and cruel. Could be in their emotions. They can't control them right now. Could be a big drinker. Could be male or female. Place it where it belongs. But you see, somebody that drinks in the reverse. There's no love in that cup. No emotion. They're ruthless, cruel. They're careless. They're dangerous, maybe. Giving bad advice. That suits them. Or just for their shits and giggles to see people go down. This is somebody who's very malicious. Emotionally manipulative, emotionally unavailable, immature, self-serving, and self-absorbed. They still think they have an opportunity with you. They took advantage of you. They were ungrateful, disrespectful. They're going to have to accept something. The fact that they're going to have to tell the truth or stop doing what they're doing. They still feel like they have an opportunity with you. Somebody's in their emotions here. They want to open up. I don't know. But in this card, if you can see, they were keeping you busy while they were stealing from you. Or this is them now. They know that you know. They were trying to distract you while they were doing whatever they were doing in the background. And or this is them. Whoever double-crossed their people that they were betraying you with. No. I mean, if they're going to do it to you, they're going to do it to others, right? So wisdom. Hard-earned wisdom. You've elevated. Something to do with a marriage contract, institutions, a belief system. The divine himself could be stepping in. I don't know, loyalty, family loyalty, stability, throwing the book at them. This could be a ruler, a judge, a leader, making the right decision. Yeah, bored, discontent, and bored. Bossing up, taking back power. Somebody's feeling ashamed of themselves, turning their backs on their roots, their family, something to do with a home. Let me just get these together. I don't know. They're going to have to leave a home, far from homes. Feeling rejected and abandoned, that's what they did to you. It's unfinished business now. Proposal, forgiveness, reconciliation, mirror. Reflection, reference, distinguish, appearance. Bridging differences, cultural differences. Bring both challenge and growth. Intrigued. Someone is intrigued by you and wants to know you better. Bonfire. Bonfire is vanities. I heard it again. So safe haven, flame, home, sing, and dance. Contemplation. So somebody's contemplating. What should I do? They know they have to do it. For their own, I can't say salvation, because they're going to have to take the lumps, right? They're going to have to take accountability. But to mitigate, to make things a little bit better for themselves, even if it's just to ease their conscience, they're going to have to make that decision and tell the truth. I mean, they don't have to. They could just keep going the way they are, but it's going to be worse. It's up to them, right? At the end of the day, you can lead a horse to water. You can't make them drink. Angels, how are we ending this, please? I'm going to do an extended on this one, I think. Get some more detail. Exactly what's going on. Thank you. What's the message here for the collective? How are we ending this for the collective, please, Spirit? Thank you. 1441, unique skills. Life goals, mission, sense of self, honesty, important projects. It's that time of intense self-development. So you were developing. You had to go through this, okay? Everybody has to go through some form of pain, suffering in this life to elevate us, to help us awaken who we are, to raise our vibrations, to clear out old karma. You know how it goes, right? Learn these lessons to improve our soul. Focus your mind on your craft. You already have what it takes to succeed, but practice makes you a master. It also serves to find your true purpose. Leveling up in your career or business is a priority right now. So maybe that's what you're taking care of, your business. You're not paying attention to these or what's been taking place, or this is somebody else in the equation. They're just working hard so they don't have to deal with the other people. I don't know, 11. patience, calm, reflection, understanding, timing, awareness, thoughtfulness. Changes are coming in your life and you need to be aware of them. Don't rush to conclusions before you have all the information. I said that earlier, right? Taking your time will prevent harm to others and ensure thoughtful decisions. So somebody's really, really toying with some sort of decision they need to make. Other people will be affected, no doubt, because if it's fraud, even if it's not fraud, okay? If it's on a... Other people are going to get hurt because they got in on this with them, right? I'm really picking up it's fraud, though. 55, get ready for change, okay? It's going to be profound change, quick. You won't see it coming. Be grateful, gratitude, abundance, acceptance, positivity, contentment, reciprocity. Stop dwelling on problems you cannot solve or situations that bring you down. Embrace gratitude and reciprocity for what life offers, and you will align with your soul's desires. Listen, we can't control other people. Sometimes we can't even control ourselves. We can't control the environment, blah, blah, blah. We must go with the flow. We must do what's best for us, though. That makes sense. Harm no one, though. But don't put yourself out just to help somebody else. You know what I mean? Yes, go and help as many people as you can. Like I said yesterday, it's highly, highly recommended. But when you are constantly helping somebody and they're not facing their own lessons, the consequences to their choices and actions, you're taking on their karma. And they're taking away from you. Do you understand what I'm saying? 1818. Meant for success. Success, purpose, change, prosperity, life path, transformation. A major change is coming, and while it may feel disruptive, it's guiding you towards success. Embrace the shift, as it will lead you to your purpose and financial prosperity. Soon the reasons for this change will become clear, revealing your true path. So we go through these towers, and they're not pleasant at all. Very painful, hard, whatever. It's meant to redirect us where we're meant to go, to open our eyes, okay? To make sure we don't go backwards, we go forward. 2, 2, 2, 2. You're getting on path here. You're making the right choice. Stick to it. Persistence, patience, progress, steadfast, goal, manifestation, preparation. Choose a path and stick to it, making slow and steady progress. This card signifies the need for patience and consistent effort while working toward a significant goal or manifestation. Ensure that all aspects of your plan are organized and aligned. So whatever it is that you're missing, lacking, needing to cut out of your life, go ahead and do that because it's getting in the way of your manifestations. It could even just be a change of perspective. Raising your vibrations, laugh, sing, play, okay? Don't take things so seriously. I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to go right into an extended. So thank you for being here. I hope you like to read. Until next time, take care.